Most people never think about status. They wake up, scroll a bit, drag through their day, and repeat the same cycle like nothing's changing. But deep down, everyone feels it. That pressure to look confident, to speak better, to level up, to not look lost in front of others. Some people handle this pressure easily. They enter a conversation and everyone listens. They share an opinion and it lands with weight. They walk with a calmness that makes you wonder what's going on in their head. And then there are the rest of us trying to make sense of life while dealing with doubts, overthinking, and random moments of, bro, why does nothing feel under control? You see someone your age doing well and it hits you for a second. Not jealousy, just that silent thought of, I wish I carried myself like that. Most people think you need money, looks, or connections to improve your status. But that's not true. Real status comes from your mind. It comes from the way you understand people. It comes from how you control yourself during chaos. It comes from the clarity you bring into a messy situation. And the wild part? One tiny idea can shift all of this instantly. One insight can change how you talk. One realization can change how you react. One perspective can change how people treat you. Some books do exactly this. They sharpen your thinking without making you feel overwhelmed. They help you notice things you always ignored. They make your energy feel mature, grounded, and unshakable. And people sense this shift even if you say nothing. You start carrying yourself differently. You start speaking with more intention. You start understanding people faster than they understand you. Your presence becomes heavier in the best way. Confidence stops being an act and becomes your default. This is the kind of upgrade these 7 books give you. No flexing, no showing off, no complicated theory. Just a clear shift in the way you think and move through life. So let's break down the books that don't just make you smarter. They quietly raise your status in every room you walk into. 1. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This book shows you how power behaves in real life, not in movies or textbooks. It reveals why some people always stay on top while others get sidelined without knowing why. You learn that power isn't loud or dramatic. It's subtle, quiet, and strategic. Law after law shows the importance of timing, patience, and controlled reactions. The moment you stop reacting emotionally, people take you more seriously. You start noticing manipulation disguised as kindness. You start seeing competition hidden behind compliments. The book trains your mind to avoid naive mistakes that lower your status instantly. Understanding these laws doesn't make you ruthless. It makes you aware. Awareness itself raises your status because people can't push you around easily. You walk differently when your mind knows how the game works behind closed doors. 2. The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. If the first book teaches power, this one teaches the psychology behind it. You start developing a radar for human behavior that most people never build. You begin noticing body language shifts that reveal discomfort. You notice tone changes that expose someone's real intention. You understand why people project their fears onto others. You understand why some people pretend to be confident while breaking inside. This book gives you emotional clarity in chaotic situations. You stop taking negativity personally because you finally see the root cause. People feel safe around you because you don't overreact or misunderstand them. When you read people better than they read themselves, your status rises naturally. You become the person who figures out the room in seconds. People trust someone who can sense the truth without drama or guessing. 3. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. This book trains your emotional muscles the way the gym trains your body. You learn that calmness is not weakness, it's power in its purest form. Marcus shows you how to separate your emotions from your decisions. You understand that anger drains your energy while calmness multiplies it. You learn to stop chasing validation because self-respect matters more. You realize you don't need to react to every small thing. This shift makes you more stable than most people around you. People respect someone who stays centered when everyone else is losing their mind. Calmness becomes your signature style and people notice it immediately. Your status rises because emotional control is rare and deeply attractive. This book makes your mind feel like a shield instead of a sponge. 4. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book teaches the most underrated skill that boosts your social value instantly, making people feel understood. You learn that listening is more powerful than talking. You learn the difference between attention and genuine presence. You learn how small compliments can build strong connections when they're real. You understand why remembering someone's name matters more than giving advice. You stop trying to impress people and start making them comfortable instead. People naturally gravitate towards someone who makes conversations easy. Social confidence comes from making others feel good in your presence. This book shows you exactly how to do that without being fake. When your social energy becomes warm and grounded, your reputation rises. People follow someone who understands them effortlessly. 5. The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. This book isn't about romance at all, and it's about your aura. It teaches you how to enhance your presence without speaking a single extra word. You learn how body language communicates confidence instantly. You learn how slowing down your movements makes you look more composed. You understand how curiosity and mystery make people pay attention. Seduction here means influence through energy instead of force. You become someone who doesn't chase attention. Attention comes to you. The book breaks charisma into small behaviors anyone can practice. You start noticing how powerful eye contact can be in the right moment. You learn how the tone of your voice affects the message more than the words. This subtle shift creates a magnetic presence that raises your status quietly. People feel drawn to your calm, controlled vibe because it stands out. 6. Anti-Fragile by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. This book explains why some people grow under pressure while others break. It teaches you that life will always bring chaos, but chaos doesn't have to ruin you. You learn how to build systems that get stronger through mistakes. You learn how to avoid overprotecting yourself because comfort makes you weaker. You learn how adversity builds character if you don't run from it. People respect those who stay steady during tough times. Strength becomes your identity when you stop fearing uncertainty. You gain confidence not by avoiding problems, but by becoming skillful at solving them. This resilience boosts your status because people follow the strongest mind in the room. When pressure comes, you don't collapse. You level up. That's the mindset this book hardwires into you. 7. The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli. This book is pure strategy without sugarcoating. It teaches you how leaders think about consequences before making moves. You understand why flexibility matters more than fixed rules. You understand why honesty needs timing, not impulse. You learn how to balance kindness with firmness. You learn that leadership is not about pleasing everyone, but guiding them. This book makes you think 2 steps ahead in every situation. People sense your clarity when you speak because your decisions are thought out. Your confidence becomes grounded instead of loud. Status rises naturally when your thinking becomes long-term and strategic. Leaders are respected not because of their position, but because of their clarity. This book gives you that clarity. These books don't upgrade your status by magic. They upgrade your mind in a way that the outer world can't ignore. Your speech becomes clearer. Your presence becomes stronger. Your emotions become calmer. Your thinking becomes strategic. People respond to this version of you differently. They trust you more. And all of this comes from ideas written in the pages of these books. Read them deeply, apply them honestly, and your status will rise from the inside out.